Hello guys, welcome back. In this tutorial, we are going to take a look at Apex syntax. So what are the different things that are available in Apex program? So Apex program has things like variable declaration, we will write SQL queries, loop statements, flow control statements, DML, and what are each of them? So, but let's see what our variable declaration look like. So you can see here the second line, it's a variable declaration. And what do you mean by variable? Variable is used to store some data. That is what the variable is used for. So here what we are creating is, we are creating a variable to store the list of accounts. If you have more than one account records so that you want to store, then in order to store that list, you are going to need a placeholder. So that is what we have done here is we are declaring variable which will be used to store a bunch of account records. Then the second next statement looks like select ID, comma, name, description from account. So this is called an SQL query. Now, SQL query is used to retrieve data from Salesforce. Okay, so if you want to pull out information related to an account, okay, so if you are specific, if you are interested in particular account, you can use this SQL query in order to retrieve the data. Then the next thing is the loop statements. So let's say there are three records that are available, and in each of these account records you want to update a particular field of all those records. So what you will do is you will go over these records one by one and update that field of every record. So those things can be done using the loop statements. So here what you are doing is you are using a for loop and we are iterating over list account, which is nothing but the variable has the list of account records. So we are going over those records. Then what we are doing is what we are updating the description field on those records. And this we are adding back to another list. So this is what the loop statements look like. So if you wanted to iterate over the records one by one, or if you want to update something in, let's say, 10 records or 10 account records, so what you're going to do, you are going to hit the update the using the for loops. You will iterate over those records and update the fields. Then you have is flow control statements. What do you mean by flow control is if you want to achieve something based on particular conditions. So that are called as flow control. So if you are checking if the account update is not equal to null, or if the size of the list is greater than 0, then do this. So what this is what if else condition. Flow control means if else condition. Or if you want to do something on particular condition and if that condition do this, if that condition not met, do this. So now then we have DML statements. As I told you that those are called data manipulation language, which means if you want to manipulate the data, if you want to update something, if you want to insert a record into Salesforce, then you're going to use these statements. So the statements look like this. So you are making an update to Salesforce account. So what you're doing is doing an update to particular record. So whatever you have, whatever the records you have inside this variable, all of those will get updated using this update statement. So these are the different features or these different things that you use inside your Apex program. And these are the things that makes the Apex program. So we'll have variable declarations and we have SQL queries to retrieve the data, loops to iterate over the data, DML statements, flow control statements. So this is what an Apex program look like. Now in the next tutorial, we are going to start with the very basic what is called variable and various applications of Apex. So I will see you then. Thank you so much. Bye.